Gracious me!
What is going on, guys? I'm here. Welcome to the preliminary Team of the Week predictions. Week 14 now. We are flying through them. The main reason we do this is just to, I suppose, get a little bit of a head start on tomorrow's main video. Of course, people are still playing through the weekend league, myself included. You might want to know whether it's worth pushing for that goal 2 so you get the extra player, choice, or maybe even further, or whether you'd be happy to stay at goal 3 because the players, so far at least, don't look that great. There's several reasons why we do it. That's just one of them. So, I haven't actually looked at much outside of what I had on as a bet. So my bet earlier today was Atletico Madrid to win, which they did just about. Leeds to beat Bolton, which they did just about. We had Luton to win, which they did, and Kilmarnock. And I ended up winning, just shy of £90 from a £10 bet, which was decent. Let's have a look. No reason for me to tell you that, other than the fact that I've won a bet, and it's the first time in God knows how long that I've won one. So I thought I would flex on you, you know what I'm saying? So, let's have a look to see what's going on in the second tier of German football. It's a difficult one, and it's always difficult when it comes to quote-unquote lesser teams, and leagues in particular. Like normally, if this was Premier League, for instance, you'd be saying Clement would get an inform. It depends how scarce the picks are, and of course, if anyone else from this league, so for instance, the centre back there, Carstens, in my opinion, deserves one. I'll probably put him in the possibles because that's a very good shout. I've now given up completely on that midfield player, and the same for the Union Berlin central midfield player as well. I've given up on both of those. It's going to be the defender that I decide to choose. The Super League is still shut down, and obviously on their break. They're not back for a long time. In fact, I don't even know when they're back. That's how long it'll be. We're not looking at the Argentinian league because we don't seem to get informs from that league, so it is what it is. Nothing too massive here. Nothing substantial standing out at me. We've got maybe Hull, probably Preston. Let's take a quick look. I really want to know whether Peter Crouch scored for Stoke. That's the only reason why I've clicked that. So Campbell, is it Fraser Campbell? It is Fraser Campbell. Fraser Campbell of Hull is in contention, so he'll definitely go in the possibles. We've got no one from the Preston game, and this is just objectively looking. This isn't me necessarily saying no, Crouch didn't. He got on, but he didn't do anything. So yeah, that's not me saying that no one deserves it from that game. By the way, it's just me objectively looking at it from an EA point of view. So just take it with a pinch of salt, if you will. Where are we? We're in Turkey right now. There's a 3-2 and a 4-0 there. Galatasaray drew with Istanbul, so there won't be anything. I say there won't be anything. The goalkeeper from Istanbul might get it. Depends on what happens there. So this one finished 3-2. Had that been a hat-trick, I'd be saying the striker all day long, but as he didn't get a hat-trick, Jovic. Let's have a quick look to see if he's any good in-game. He's a silver from a 74, would probably be about 78 rated. Gold card would not be that great at all. Just based on that purely, I would say no. Maybe possibles, but I doubt I'll even put him in the possibles, to be honest. And then, of course, we've got Robinho, who isn't in the game. That is, I believe at least, the Robinho who used to play for Man City and all the rest of them. I don't know why. I assume he's not in the game because of his trouble with the police and things. I think he's still on. Is it a rape charge or something along those lines? I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's something to do with indecent assault or something along those lines. I think he's still out sort of on bail or what have you, still playing. It is what it is, I suppose. Nothing from that game. I wouldn't pick either goalkeeper, but don't quote me on the Robinho thing, by the way. But I think that's what it is. No MLS, of course. That's finished now. Brazilian league doesn't count. Russian league, there are only a few teams that count. They all play in March. They've got their winter break right now, so there's nothing from that league, which is a little bit frustrating. And I think we're going to get that from next week onwards. I think the Dutch league, they have a break, don't they? No, they don't have a break. Oh, they do. They have a break after the 23rd of December till the end of January. So we've got another 2 weeks of this. Those games still on at the moment. Let's have a look at PSV very quickly. Let's have a look at Den Haag as well, because they do have a Cam that likes to get hat-tricks. We've got Schwab there. There's a red card for... oh yeah, I can see it there. There's a red card for the striker of Heracles. So I would imagine PSV will go on to win quite substantially there. The defender so far for me, Schwab, is going to be in my actual predictions. Not possible in the predictions. Depends on what that game finishes like. But if they can keep a clean sheet, then he'll be the one to go in there. Unless Bergwijn or something gets a hat-trick. And Den Haag, he came close. Immers with 2 goals. I'm going to say no on that one, and it's because EA never look at Eredivisie players outside of the top teams unless they really have to. It's sad that they do it, it's frustrating, but it is what it is. I think there should literally be a rule where they have to choose an inform from every league. It would be really fair if they did that, even as SBCs or something, or as a player pick in an SBC, for instance. Why not? Why don't they do that? Let's take a little bit of a break just to talk about that for a second. So I've mentioned in the past I'd like to see some SBCs for Team of the Week cards. Why don't they do a Team of the Week player pick SBC where you have all these... you have one from the Dutch league, the Portuguese league, the Russian league, so on and so forth. All the leagues that they haven't chosen an inform from. They choose one, they put it into an SBC, they make the SBC repeatable, you get a player pick at the end of it, and you choose which one you want. If you want more than one, you go in and you submit whatever they require you to submit. You know, they don't have to make it cheap, but that would be sensible. It would only take up one SBC slot as well then, rather than the rest of it. Sousa, Diego Sosa. Diego spelt with a Y, which I've never seen before. There he is, from Braga, hat-trick. That's the first guaranteed inform of, oh dear, of this week. He's got 83 strength, he's got good heading, good shot power. His finishing will probably that'll go to an 81 rate card, right? So his finishing will go to about 82, 83. Shot power will be close to 85. Strength is going to go up, stamina might be touching 80. It's not a bad card, he lacks pace. But if you want someone to just stand there and just head everything, 6'3", high attacking work rate, that'll be decent. That'll be decent as one of those type of players who just sort of stands there and you play the long ball to him. Not too bad at all. Porto play in about an hour's time from when I'm recording this, so that's why we can't look at that. Let's go to the big boy leagues. The top 5. Most of the games have been postponed here, though, I believe. So we've got the main game tomorrow night between Marseille and Bordeaux has been postponed. That game is gone, Montpellier's game's gone, PSG's game's gone, and Strasbourg are currently playing right now. They're 1-0 down. There are 3 games on tomorrow. Pointless looking at that league in general because nothing's happening at the moment. So Bayern Munich actually won a game, 4-0 as well, quite convincing. Dortmund won 2-1. Let's have a look at that. Wolfsburg won on Friday night at 2-0. Might as well have a look at Dusseldorf as well because why not? So Bayern, Kimmich in form, not too bad. I've been waiting for that for a long time. 1 goal, an assist, and a man of the match, and a clean sheet. That is all but guaranteed, so yep, take that to the bank. Kimmich in form this week. He should have probably got one last week, to be honest. Would have been a position change. I don't think they were going to take anything from that. No, I'm not going to choose anything from that Dortmund game. I can't really see anyone getting it, at least. From this game, again, can't really see anyone getting it. The left back, quite possibly, but I'm going to say no on this occasion. And, ooh, there we go. Ihan, if that's how you say his name. Where are we? This guy, the silver guy, please have good pace. Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. It's not going to be a fantastic card. It will go to 80, maybe 81. He is ridiculously priced on Xbox for some strange reason. I don't quite understand that. But yeah, it won't be a terrible card. It's not going to be a fantastic card, to say the least. But still, that is an inform. 2 goals, clean sheet, man of the match, job done. Well done, my friend. Glad I clicked it now. Obviously, I go into a little bit more detail than what I'm going in here, but this is just a preliminary check. Atletico managed to just about win me money there. Real Madrid have won 1-0. I'll have a look at Getafe as well. So Atletico, any hat-tricks about? Griezmann, 2 goals and an assist. That should be enough for an inform. Because he's just had a UCL card, I'd be sceptical, but I'm definitely going to put him in there. Griezmann in form this week. And then... if Toni Kroos hadn't got that SBC card, I'd be saying Toni Kroos, but because he has that UCL team of the group stage and he was an SBC, I'm going to say no because he hasn't quite done enough. But no, nothing from that game. And then Getafe, Antunes possibly last week. This week again, he's in with a shout. I'm going to say no again, though, not quite enough. I may change my mind on these, by the way. It depends on what happens throughout the rest of the weekend. If nothing really stands out and no one's had a particularly good game, then I'm obviously likely to change my mind. Vasalko, he has a one-to-watch card. He's put in a man-of-the-match shift, kept a clean sheet. That, for me, is an inform. Vasalko in form this week. Fingers crossed, at least, because that would be a nice option. I don't think he'd be anywhere near as good as the Dani Alves that I have right there. But still, yeah, Vasalko all the way to the bank. And then, of course, the Premier League. This is where most of the inform shouts tend to come from. It's a bit sad in a way, but it's just the way that it's always been. I think it's because the game sells more copies here than anywhere else. Gabriel Jesus in form, 2 goals and a man of the match award and a 3-1 win over Everton. That has to go without saying, so that's an inform right there. Tottenham. Davis, that's a position change as well because he's played centre-back there. Davis potentially, but I'm going to say no on this occasion. It's oh, wow, 91st minute. It's not like 100% guaranteed to not happen. It does have a possibility there, but I'm going to say no. Watford. De La Feu, quite possibly. Holebas as well, maybe. Had Cardiff, I was going to say Everton, and had Cardiff not scored twice, I would be saying Holebas, but you may just see De La Feu creep in there. And if you question the way I say that, by the way, Roberto Martinez taught me how to say that, so blame him, not me. Maybe De La Feu in the possibles. Nothing from that game. Wolves beating Bournemouth, nothing that I can see. Palace. Milivojevic. I'm going to say yeah, to be honest. I think it depends what happens tomorrow. Liverpool-Man United's a big game. There's likely to be an inform from that. But at the moment, I'm saying yes to this card as an inform. However, if anything happens in the games tomorrow, and if Man United win or if Liverpool win, there will be an inform from that game, then I will probably push Milivojevic to the possibles. But for right now, I'm going to say inform. Newcastle, goalkeeper. Dubravka, 5 saves, clean sheet, man of the match. That's an inform right there. He is the bench goalkeeper this week. And West Ham. 1 goal for Snodgrass. That's possible because I'm sure he will have got a man of the match from that game because he played an 8.7, much higher than anybody else. But I'm going to say no on this occasion just because it's 1 goal. It's a winger. Normally you'd need at least 1 goal and assist or 2 goals. So I'm going to say no on this occasion. But there are a lot of other games to be played. There are a lot of games to be played today, to be honest. Torino-Juve, there'll be an inform from that game because that's a derby, of course. So fingers crossed we can get something decent there. I'm trying to think of someone that I would like to see. Maybe Bonucci or Matuidi would be decent. Emre Can wouldn't go amiss. But fingers crossed we can get an inform of some description from that game. If it finishes in a win to either side, then obviously we should get an inform. But that's going to do it for the preliminary predictions. Standout players, Griezmann probably the biggest standout name of this week's preliminaries. But it's all left to play for. And of course tomorrow evening you will find the full Team of the Week predictions on this channel. If you have enjoyed this episode of the preliminary Team of the Week predictions, week 14, smack that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.